Good afternoon. I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 13th of February. The local government minister says his government's replacement for Three Waters will save money and give councils flexibility. A bill to scrap Labour's controversial water reforms has been introduced to the House under urgency. The government aims to pass it within 10 days and implement replacement laws by mid-next year. Simeon Brown says the Labour government failed to deliver.
Instead, central government will provide the tools for local government to deliver and the oversight necessary to ensure an efficient system.
Auckland residents without water for the last 24 hours should now be back up and running. Around 200 properties in Remuera and Meadowbank haven't had water since yesterday morning after 3 pipe breakages. Watercare's head of service delivery, Sharon Dank, says all have now been repaired.
All the failures have been repaired and the mains have been recharged, so most people will have water again.
Most people now have water and water pressure will increase over the next couple of hours. The government's dismissing criticism from former political leaders around its interest in AUKUS Pillar 2. Former Prime Minister Helen Clark teamed up with rival Don Brash in opposing it, saying it appears New Zealand's in favour of supporting America's push to contain China. Prime Minister Chris Luxon says the government's position hasn't changed.
Chris Hipkins, as the former Prime Minister, had exactly the same position, which was that he wanted to explore the avenues and opportunities for Pillar 2 under AUKUS for New Zealand as well.
Defence Minister Judith Collins says it's insulting for Clark and Brash to question our independent foreign policy.
They're possibly still thinking about 20, 30 years ago. We have to live in the now and also look to the future.
Auckland's rail network is facing further disruptions, with rush hour commuters fearing the worst. Auckland Transport could cancel every third train tonight due to heat. Dozens of services were canned yesterday. The government staying tight-lipped on how their planned public service spending cuts will affect women. Women make up over 60% of the public service and are overrepresented in the backroom roles the government wants to cut back. Public Service Minister Nicola Willis says women have everything to gain.
Our government is committed to policies that will support women and all New Zealanders.
There are escalating tensions between US President Joe Biden and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Biden's voiced concern for Netanyahu's planned military operation into Rafah, where millions of Palestinians are sheltering. He says he's been working with leaders in the region.
The United States is working on a hostage deal between Israel and Hamas, which would bring an immediate and sustained period of calm to Gaza for at least 6 weeks.
To sport, and Breakers legend Tom Abercrombie has confirmed he will retire from basketball at the end of the Australian NBL season. The 4-time champion has racked up a record 425 appearances for the Breakers after making his debut in 2008. Brisbane's Broncos' Pat Carrigan and Adam Reynolds have admitted alcohol was a factor in their brawl, which has been filmed and circulated on social media. Swimmer Lewis Clarebird is confident of tying up Olympic qualification for Paris at the World Aquatic Championships in Doha. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.